Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lauren, and for today's video, I have the end of the year book tag. So this is kind of a staple here on YouTube, and I'm excited to kind of look back at what I've read and look forward to what I have to finish before the end of the year. It is currently like October 26th, I think. So it's almost the end of October, almost the end of Halloween scary season reads. So let's just get into it. So question number one is, do you have any books that you haven't finished yet? And this is something that I need to work on. Obviously. So some of these books I actually should probably just DNF right now, put back on my shelf, and come back to later. Because some of them I don't even know when I started reading them. Okay? But some of them I think I could realistically finish before the end of the year. So like, we have The Sanatorium by Sarah Pierce. This looks wintry, so like maybe I should just continue and try again in like December. So I'm gonna keep this one. I've got Valkyrie by Kate O'Hearn. This series, it's like a middle grade series about Freya, that's her, and she's a Valkyrie. And it's got a lot of like Norse mythology in it. It has Thor and Loki and all that. I have my Loki Fairy Loot bookmark. So cute. This I do want to get to because this series only has 3 books and this is the second. So if I could just like read this, that'd be great. This is actually an anthology of 3 books. We have Canon, The Complete Chronicles by Amanda Hawking. So I did finish the first book, so I just have the second 2 in this series to read, and I was really enjoying it. It's pretty stereotypical YA fantasy, but I was having a good time with it, and there's like hidden tribes, and I don't even remember everything. Oh yeah, and there's like romance and family drama and all that, and it's snowy. And there's another book in this series, another like world, the Tyrell. I did pick that up. So I'm gonna continue this. There's 2 left in the series. That's fine. This one I started when I picked it up. It's called Rock Bottom Girl by Lucy Score. This is my first Lucy Score book. I was enjoying it. I just didn't pick it back up. So maybe I need to do that. I do plan on doing some kind of sports reading vlog in the future, so maybe I can use this for that, even though this is soccer. But I love this cover, by the way. So cute. Next I have Bittersweet by Serena Bowen. I just need to bite the bullet and actually read this. I've tried to read this so many times and I just have not continued. It's a spicy romance about Griffin Shipley and what's the girl's name? Audrey Kidder, and it's a second chance romance, I think. And he owns a cider production place. That's all I know. I have You Belong With Me by Terry Ferris. I got to chapter 3. I need to continue. I did find out that this is a like Christian fiction. So it looks like a semi-good romance and then it's Christian fiction, which is fine. Like but it's not my cup of tea. So I just need to read this and see if it's going to be my cup of tea or DNF it. And then I did start Spells Trouble by PC and Kristen Cass. This is just witchy vibes, Sisters of Salem. I should probably finish this during October for spooky season. Then we have this one. I would definitely have to restart this because I don't even know if I started this year. We have Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro. This is historical X-Men. And look at that cover. So I was liking it. It's just slow. So I should probably restart and try again. And then finally I have The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I was reading this during the Amazing Readathon, I think. And this is my first Kristen Hanna. I was reading it kind of slow. because it's a really deep, dark book, but it is a good read, so I need to get back to that. Okay, question 2 is, do you have an autumnal book to read to transition into the season? So I guess I'm making this tag a little late because it's the end of October. Autumnal reads are pretty much over. I've got like another week of reading fall books, and then there's a hair. And then I'm gonna be jumping into some Christmas and winter books. Actually, right after I charge this camera, I'm gonna be filming my winter Christmas current TBR, or prospective books. I'm over the autumnal reads. I don't have any because it's over. All right, question number 3. Is there a new release that you are currently waiting for? I have 2 answers. 2 answers that a lot of people probably have. This one comes in like 2 weeks, November 7th, I think. So Iron Flame. I'll be rereading Fourth Wing here soon and tabbing it up to jog my memory of what happens, you know. So we have Fourth Wing. And the second book that I'm waiting for is the second book in the Divine Rivals series by Rebecca Ross. The Rebeccas were really winning for me this year. It's called Ruthless Vows, and it comes out December 26th. So my day after Christmas is gonna be, I'm gonna be reading the second book. I'm probably gonna reread this one as well. This is so good. I'm of the camp where I liked this more than this. Sorry, just personal opinion, but the romance in this is just, oh my gosh. Next question is, what are 3 books that you want to read by the end of the year? I'm gonna opt out and say 4 because I finally have all 4 of these beauties. They are the Brandon Sanderson Secret Projects. They look so fancy. So I would like to read these by the end of the year. Will I do it? I don't know. I definitely want to read Trust of the Emerald Isle. I'm not gonna lie, this is the one that sticks out to me the most. It's apparently a Princess Bride type story and very fairy tale. So this is the one I'm most excited to read. And then the next most excited to read would be Yumi and the Painter and the Nightmare Painter. I don't know, something about this. I kind of want the regular edition too, because the regular cover, that's not it, but the regular cover is so pretty. But this one is obviously gorgeous as well. And then third most excited, I don't know. These 2 are about the same for me. I'm not sure which one I'm more excited about. We've got the Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England. I think I haven't heard as good of things about this, but the little wizard guy in it is so freaking cute. So cute little characters is very much up my alley. And then we have The Sunlit Man. I would also like to read this one. The end pages on this one, stunning, just stunning. So those are the 4 books I would like to get to. I'm thinking there needs to be a vlog where I read all of the secret projects. That sounds like a November or December plan. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Book that could still shock you and become a favorite of the year. So I think the only real contender for this, I mean obviously Iron Flame and then Ruthless Vows. I'm thinking Ruthless Vows could be a favorite depending on how she ends things. But that's not going to be a surprise. If I get to reading this book, this could be a favorite. Although, any of those Brandon Sandersons from the last question could be a favorite. But a lot of people have been talking about One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. And this was a Fairy Loot book that I got October 2022. So that would have been last year. And I haven't read it yet. But me and Fairy Loot fantasies are hit or miss. I either love them or I forget them that they ever happened. I'm hoping this is a love it. I think it's a very dark fantasy, dark fairy tale fantasy, blood, rage, bittersweet choice. that whisk me away. Romance and menace, I don't know. It just sounds like stuff that could be right up my alley, and people are talking about it. It makes me nervous when people on TikTok talk about books because I'm like, oh no, I probably won't like this. But it's a fairy loot book, so maybe I will like it. And finally, let's talk about reading plans for next year. So I have been writing some like gremlin notes on this. Look at this cute little planner thing. It's a weekly Golden Girls themed planner. So with trying to be more consistent with making content both for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff, I'm trying to plan out what I'm reading, but like not be so strict about it that I get bored about reading. So I have some ideas. I definitely have things on my shelf that I need to read really bad. The sequel to my baby, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia, I think that comes out in January. So you know, the second that comes out, I'll be reading it because I did adore this book. Heather Fawcett, chef kiss. I'm also considering doing some reading based off of the Goodreads winners. I have the Hugo Award winners, which is like the big fantasy book winners. So I have an idea that I want to get to that. I have a whole shelf of romance books that I need to read that have just been piling up because I buy them and then I don't read them. I want to read more on Kindle in the new year. I want to try new authors. I want to try things that are kind of out of my comfort zone. I think this year, and especially in October, I've really learned that there are genres that I don't really like, and I've learned that there are specific things that I like. So I want to seek them out. I think mystery and thriller, not for me. I think I like a very specific kind of fantasy. I like very cozy fantasy, but based in like fairy tales and folk tales. So that's something that I want to continue reading and exploring. I want to read more manga. That's an option. Someone comment down below and tell me not to read One Piece. I might listen to you. I don't know. So yeah, everything is kind of up in the air. There's so much in my library that needs read. There's so much in the world that needs read. So I don't have concrete plans, but I have big ideas for reading plans. So I think that's everything for this end of the year book tag. If you made it to the end of the video and you want to let me know you're here but you don't have much to say, leave me a calendar emoji. There we go, because it's the end of the year and a calendar. That's clever. Do you have any big reading plans for the end of the year or for into next year? Let me know. Let's chat down in the comments, and I will just see you in my next video, whatever comes next. Bye.